Hey, what's going on everyone? I just need to quickly apologize. I was supposed to upload the Batman vs Ron video today, but something happened the other day that's completely fucked. It's a creep. Look at this though, you see this? The baby racker girl, hashtag prettier with her eyes closed. I find this creepy.
It is creepy.
It's a picture of you from a video when you've got all cuts in your face, and it says better with the eyes closed, and it's really weird audio.
Let me turn the car around.
She's not going to meet us here.
What is he doing? I don't want to go back to sleep because there's just this guy sitting here.
If you're at all interested in the darker side of the internet, then you've most likely encountered the topic that we're going to discuss today, either through Reddit, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or YouTube. I Know Where She Is, or AshVlogs, or This Is Kate, or Happy Drip, or even Raka himself have all been intertwined within a very dense turn of events through various internet mediums that have all left internet viewers wondering what exactly it is that's happening within the lore of this story. Is there some crazy cult out there that's stalking Raka? Is Ash being held in captivity? Is there some killer on the loose? Well, not quite. Before we begin this, we have to address the elephant in the room. AshVlogs, I Know Where She Is, and the Raka situation that we're about to discuss are all simply an ARG, and admittedly, a very good one at that. If you're completely lost right now and have no idea what I'm talking about, then don't worry, I'm going to do my best to logically present to you the narrative surrounding this internet mystery. And this will be a long one, so buckle down, grab a drink once more, and get comfy, because we're about to blindly jump into the AshVlogs rabbit hole. So, admittedly, this story is very convoluted. As I said before, you may have accidentally or purposefully stumbled upon this ARG through various mediums, including Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, hell even Discord and Tumblr have their own branches in this. However, for ease of flow, and since we're already bringing up their name, I'd like to start you off with what I've called the Raka situation. Now, going back to July of 2018, Danny, one of the brothers and creators of the Racket channel, made a video titled, "Someone Wants My Sister Dead." In this, he opens by showing us a strange Instagram account obsessing over his sister, Helen. In the captions of each of these photos, there was a letter, and when pieced together, they concluded that it took them to a streamable.com link that showed this.
When you rearrange them and write them in, it goes to a link.
And what does the link say?
It's a picture of you from a video when you've got all cuts in your face, and it says better with the eyes closed, and it's really weird audio.
Hello, you have reached Helene. Just leave a message and I'll call you back. Oh my god, you know how weird that is? I have a number, call me.
This video showed an edit of Helen with blood on her face and screaming sounds, and after showing her everything, she plays it off like she has some crazy fan, really not letting it get to her too badly. Anyway, jumping forward, they formed the conclusion with the help of a fan that this has a connection with a weird comment that they read on a previous Reddit video from an account by the name of I Know Where She Is. Now, if you scour Reddit, then you've probably heard of this account before. Largely known for spamming cryptic comments all over various subreddits, this account had a lot of mystery surrounding it. Anyway, back to the comment they read. After decrypting it, they made the connection that it translates to the phrase, "she's in the floor." The reason I bring this part up is because it presents us with a direct tie-in of this account to the overall lore in the series, giving it an entirely different branch of codes and cryptic messages to uncover. Jumping ahead, the next video is when things really begin to ramp up. Clue after clue begin to pop up for the brothers, and they claim that they've been sent sound clips through a Discord group and have been discovering cryptic messages from all over Reddit. After this, he exclaims that they all tie back to a YouTube channel by the name of AshVlogs, and interestingly, A few weeks prior, he was supposed to have her on for a collaboration, but last minute, she dropped out. Shortly after, he explains that Ash messaged him, wanting to meet up at Quipto Forest, a spot where someone was murdered in 2012. Obviously not agreeing with the alone part, him and his crew venture out there in a pack, and after reaching the meetup spot very late at night, Danny decides to livestream his venture into this forest alone.
Did you guys hear anything from Danny? No, I'm kidding.
I'm live streaming. This is like 20 people in the forest. If you do anything, you'll be on camera.
After this, he discovers a group of 3 people slowly walking away from an ominous tent with the same strange symbol plastered all over it that they saw in a spectrogram that he had mentioned previously. After going to investigate it, he brought back a piece of paper with that same emblem on it to show the group, to their surprise. In the videos following this, various other creepy things happen to Raka, but honestly it doesn't come with much substance. Their videos seem to be more like vlogs akin to the style of Jake Paul, with like 1 minute per video of actual story progression thrown in there at the very end like an afterthought. With this in mind, I'm going to end the coverage of the Raka situation here and pivot to the Lion's Den, the real bulk of this mystery being the AshVlogs channel itself. What is the deal with this channel? Why was Raka all of a sudden wrapped up into this crazy conspiracy? And who even is Ash? Let's take a look. Alright, so let's start from the top. The first video that Ash released on her channel is one that's titled, "I'm starting a vlog, how original." In this, we meet our protagonist in a typical front and center format. She excitedly talks about how she wanted to start a vlog for quite some time now and goes forth to do typical introductory things.
That 0, maybe even a like or something. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, so I thought that we could kind of do this together. And all 0 of you could help me out. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you like, what you don't like, how to make it better. Yeah.
Now, about halfway through the video, something weird happens. A strange sound, reminiscent of a baby crying, begins to play in the background, and Ash, interestingly, ignores it. Shortly after this sound, we can hear stomping, with the same non-reaction.
Dated from the from Movie Maker to the oof, you hear that? And I've finally updated from Movie Maker to.
So this could simply be her neighbor or something upstairs making noise. No big deal. For now. At the end though, Ash says 3 words, being claim to fame, before reaching out for the camera to turn it off. And while this happens, it glitches slightly.
I'll probably get them, but I'll be okay with it because at least it'll be like a first. First for everything. Claim to fame.
We can notice here that in the description of this video is a link, and when clicking on it, we get this. Okay, so let's recap. We have Ash starting her own vlog on her channel. She humbly begins by greeting us and telling the audience about herself. Strange crying noises begin to happen before some stomps, all of which Ash ignores, and then at the end, we have a glitch with the words, claim to fame, said aloud to us. Even weirder, straight out of the gate in the description of her own video, she has a link to another one, showing someone appearing to be trapped inside of a creepy abandoned structure, with a laptop open to the YouTube upload page. Guys, we're only on video 1. What is going on here? Alright, Let's press on and see if we can piece together some answers. The second upload on her channel is largely a continuation of her previous video. In this one, she opens by greeting everyone and telling the audience about an adventure that she took to a mill nearby her house. Throughout the next few cuts, we can see her out and about at a park, then a bridge, then at the mill itself. She explains that she broke into it, and that ends up being spun into a comedic story of her running from the cops and all of that. Midway through, she finally addresses the noise that was happening in the first video, claiming that she lives in an apartment complex with paper-thin walls. Afterwards, she goes forth and offers to introduce the audience to her neighbor, Katie.
Hello. Hello, Katie, you there? Lady Katie. You around? You there?
Ashley, is that you?
Why? Who else would it be? You talking to someone else?
You mean someone else? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I thought that our wool relationship was monogamous. I thought that I was under the impression that you only talked to me through the walls, but it seems like you got you got some other wall talking friends.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm just messing with you.
Okay, well, my head's all over the place. I came back from the shops. I'm just going to put the baby to sleep now, and I've got to feed the little animal.
Oh, well, enjoy. I'm filming at the moment. I'm making a vlog.
Something that I couldn't help but notice at this point was the ominous feeling given off by what should be such a lighthearted scene. In that 1 minute of footage, Katie has successfully passed herself off as a mysterious, eerie figure, and it was done in a way where the audience just can't quite put their finger on why. Now, from here on out, there's one thing I want to establish with you guys. Going into the description of this video as well presents us with yet another hidden link. After going to this unlisted upload, we can see a second camera angle of the adventure that Ash took in her vlog. This is strangely reminiscent of someone watching or following her. So, the first two uploads on her channel contain links to secret videos that are very, very strange. If Ash were the only one running this channel, why would she place these there? Is there someone else with access? Either this account is completely run by some creep that's captured Ash, or somehow this person has taken her account away from her after she initially launched her channel just for vlogs. Let's move on. The third video on her channel is a super short one with no description video. It basically shows her saying how the baby keeps crying and that she can't sleep. Really not much more than that. Jumping ahead to the one titled, My Most Interesting Day, we're greeted with an admittedly pretty funny opening sequence to her video as she's joined by a very special guest.
Space and time and everything. With special guest Stephen Hawking.
Thank you for having me, Ashley.
Alright, anyway, back to me. So today was pretty good. I ate some breakfast and then got dressed. And then I went to the slave hall, aka work.
The rest of this video doesn't come with much story substance. The only thing this upload really establishes is that she works in a call center and hates it. Other than that, it's all ordinary vlogging shenanigans. The description video on this one shows what we can assume is the stalker filming inside of his car while numbers are being read aloud in the background. After decrypting them, they translate to the very familiar words, claim to fame, that we heard back in episode 1. From this point, the next video in our lineup presents us with an interesting plot development. This is where we begin to see the two storylines that we've established, Ash's vlogs and the stalker videos, begin to merge together into one. The upload in question is one that's titled, Strange Car Guy Outside. Is this content? Being just 42 seconds long, it would be better if I just showed it to you rather than drag this on. Take a look.
See, it's like 2 in the morning right now. What is he doing? I don't want to go back to sleep because there's just this guy sitting here looking in like what he's doing. Finally. Fuck you. Jesus Christ, look at the time, guys. 5 in the fucking morning. We dead tomorrow. Kill me.
So this guy sat out there for over 3 hours. Interesting. Let's press on. The next video in the lineup isn't very eventful either. In this one, she simply makes some beats and not much out of the ordinary seems to happen. It doesn't have a description video either, so let's jump ahead to the drawing vlog since there's one point that I want to make about it. At this point, we've established that Ash is being stalked by someone, and in the car guy episode, she finally sees this person's vehicle. No matter how serious she's taking it in series, she is definitely aware that someone might be doing something sketchy. However, she's allowing this, quote, car guy the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, in this one, she presents us with an innocent animation about a guy named Schmalix from work that drinks out of her coffee cup. No big deal. Afterwards though, she makes a quick point about various calls that she's been receiving at work, with nothing but complete silence on the other line.
Schmalix was there talking about some boring ass topic, and to top it off, he went ahead and gave mega spoilers about Get Out, which I was going to go see in cinemas, and he just ruined my entire morning. Ugh. Schmalix, you schmunt. The rest of the day was pretty boring. The only thing was that I got like 6 calls from these, I mean, they're probably just telemarketers, but ghost calls where people would just call my mobile and just say nothing for minutes on end. It was bizarre. Honestly, I was so sick of it that by the end of it, I just ended up quitting Juicy.
The description video from this one is where the concept of time begins to be put into question. Here, you can see the camera filming inside of a very, very dark room with what undoubtedly sounds like Ash's videos playing in the background. Ash's vlogging time. Remember this. We'll reference back to it shortly. Regarding the next upload, collab announcement, I want to make a quick point. Remember Raka? Remember how I said he was scheduled to collab with Ash, however she never showed up? I'm about 99.9% convinced that this is the collaboration that she's referring to here.
Hey guys, I'm really tired. I just got off work, so I didn't feel like doing a whole big video, but I wanted to let you know that I've been talking to this content creator, and I'm hopefully going to be doing, fingers crossed, a little collab with them in the next couple of days, and I'm really excited, and I just wanted to make this vid to let you know because I just can't wait. Hopefully it's going to be really cool. Yeah, stay tuned, I guess. Yeah, speak soon, guys. Bye.
So, according to Raka, she never followed up on this. But why? Ash's Guide to Failing is the next video in the lineup, and rather than me explaining the point I want to make to you with this, I'm just going to show you.
Hey guys, and welcome to another one of Ash's vlogging times, Funland, and all the best things in the world. Hey guys, and welcome to another one of Ash's vlogging times, Funland, and all the best things in the world.
The description video from 2 uploads back is playing the exact same audio from this one, made later on. Now, this presents us with 2 options. Either everything on this channel has been pre-recorded in the past and is being released in pieces, or these uploads are entirely out of order. Aside from the first couple of episodes, it's pretty hard to establish any sort of direct timeline other than by chronological upload order, so this kind of throws everything up in a limbo. Is Ash currently being held captive by Car Guy? And if so, is he releasing videos that are saved to her laptop? After all, in the very first description video, we saw a laptop on the YouTube upload page. What if this is what's happening and he's behind the entire channel itself? Just some food for thought. Up next is a video about Ash getting a new microphone. Really, not much out of the ordinary happens here. What I want to show you though is the description video for this one. In it, we can see our presumed car guy wrapping up a box to ship out. The item in this box will be important later, so let's keep an eye out for when that time comes. The next two videos, Fake Plastic Laundromat and You're the Best Fans, don't contain much other than typical vlog style content. Ash plays some music with a friend at a laundromat and thanks her fans in the video following it. The one titled Ferris Ain't Got Nothing on Ash is a longer one that I'd like to dig into next. In it, at the start, we can see Ash with her friends as they explore a museum. Shortly after this bit, it cuts to a scene with her camera-shy brother before we get to the typical Ash sitting in front of the camera format that we've grown accustomed to. Here, she makes another reference to Car Guy, explaining that he's back.
More exciting news from Ash's world. Car Guy is back. I don't know if you remember the video I did a while ago with this guy who parks right outside my bedroom window with his lights on in the middle of the night, but he's been doing it again and he's done it quite a few times. I actually have exclusive footage of his face. So if any of you guys know this face here, tell him to park somewhere else. There are plenty of good parks elsewhere, not outside my bedroom. Please just tell this motherfucker to, I don't know, park somewhere else. Anywhere else. Kills me.
The next thing I want to look at here is the description video for this one. This is when it starts to become explicitly strange. In this, we don't have much for visuals, however in the background, we can hear a girl screaming. Now, this could be Ash, her friend Al, or Katie, and you'll understand what I mean by that shortly. Nonetheless, this is when the story really begins to hit the fan. The girl named Al that I just mentioned is seen in the opening shot of the next video, the worst Uber driver ever. And in this, she can be seen with Ash as they're walking down a street, supposedly waiting on their Uber. After the car arrives, it turns out that it's actually their friend Jordan, and they all then proceed to make one of those hand-lyric music videos before heading to the movies and spending some quality time together. Jumping to the end of this video, Ash makes it back home and tells the audience that she was greeted with a package at her door with a strange symbol on it. Let's take a look.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Let me show you. But this is it. It's a big box. Yeah, I don't know if this was something accidentally sent to me or if it's like a friend playing a prank, but it's super weird, so I thought we'd investigate together if you want to join me on the journey. Let's do this. Whoa. Alright. Bubble wrap. More bubble wrap. Okay. After the whole unboxing thing of this bad boy, I was feeling a little creeped out, to be honest with you, and I called up Al, and she's super curious too. She's agreed to come with me and my scaredy cat ass to get some like little connections and plugs and everything that's needed to actually look and find out what's on this. So we're all gonna find out together, I guess.
So, this is very clearly the same package that was sent out by Car Guy in the description video from earlier, and the hard drive contained within it will be revealed in the next upload titled c2f.exe. Before we get to that though, let's look at the description video for this one. Here, we can see Car Guy in a point of view perspective as he's driving around at night with Ash's videos playing in the background. At the very end though, we can listen in on a phone call that he's having with another guy that sounds strikingly similar to Jordan, the Uber driver friend from the main video.
If this is that same person, I swear to God, if you keep calling me, I'm gonna fucking call the cops, alright? It's really getting
Notice how the video title here is RIP 1 star. This is vital and a direct reference to Ash harping on her quote, bad Uber driver Jordan in the main upload, and will be key to making sense of what happens later, so keep this in mind. Alright, now on to the video that I know you've all been waiting for if you've seen this series before. If this is your first exposure to the world of AshVlogs, then allow me to go forth and say that this point right here is when the mainline series begins to devolve and break all sense of normalcy. Any sense of ordinary happy vlog time in the main series of videos stops right here as things really begin to ramp up. So, C2F.exe. Here, Al and Ash can be seen at her apartment together. In this, the pair proceed to plug in the hard drive and open up the only file contained on it, being C2F.exe. We can see that this has the same symbol that we've been seeing from Raka's videos and the box that the drive was mailed in. Anyway, they open the file up, and this happens.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's get this watched.
Loading.
Okay.
Loading.
How excitement.
Hold on to me, gal, please.
This is a shitty prank. I can't get out of it.
Afterwards, what we can assume is Car Guy or one of his friends drives up to the apartment window, and it seems that the two call the cops for help since whoever had just rolled up to the apartment is clearly not welcome there. Honestly, it's hard to make out the dialogue since the soundtrack begins to fade in. It has copyrighted music, so I can't show it here, and I apologize. You'd have to go over there and watch it in its entirety to get the full effect. Basically, music is playing in the background and you can hear the girl saying, "Go away" and to fuck off to whoever this person is. The takeaway from this video, with the soundtrack, makes it evident and solidifies the point that Car Guy is definitely one of the ones editing the videos from here on out. Whether they were doing so prior is unclear, however, from this point forward, it's all them. It would make absolutely no sense for Ash to edit music on top of such a chaotic scene, much less upload the video to her own channel. Alright, so description video. Oh boy. Take a look. On my initial binge through this series, I had made the conclusion that this is Ash and that she's been captured and tied up in this shed. However, with the next two uploads on the main channel, it sort of threw that hypothesis out the window for me. So, this is where the timeline begins to get all out of whack. Before we continue, I want to bring something to your attention, since it directly ties into what's happening in the final two main channel uploads. Remember at the very beginning of this video when I mentioned something called "This is Kate"? Well, that's because there's another channel tied into the lore of this series with that name. In the profile photo of it, we can see a picture of a woman that appears to have been beaten. Whether this is Katie, the neighbor, or a different Kate that was captured entirely is unclear. However, the uploads on this channel are vital to the ending of this, as they all seem to happen in a weird, intermixed chronological order. For ease of clarity, I'm going to present the final saga in the mainline series in order of major events, so we're going to be hopping back and forth between This Is Kate, the final description videos, and the main uploads from here on out. Needless to say, shit really hits the fan here, so buckle down. Okay, from the top. In the upload titled, Where Are You? On the AshVlogs channel, we can see a person locked up in a shed. The reason why I said I didn't believe Ash was the one being chased from the description video prior was because of this scene right here.
I don't know if they got me in like a shed or something.
We call the police and you're going to footage, you're going to be safe.
Yeah.
You're just going to wait, you're just going to sit down.
Actually, I want to come home. I want to be home, please help, please. No, Ash!
Remember RIP 1 star? Yeah, I'm nearly convinced that this is him. Jordan was probably lured out to being captured by either the car guy or someone else in his little cult, and is being used to get more information about Ash in order to capture her. Now, with that in mind, Ash at this point in time is free. Does that mean that in the very first description video that was uploaded to YouTube with the person trapped in the abandoned structure isn't her? Or is this a flashback? Oh god, this story boggles my mind. Anyway, Jordan is captured here, and at the end of this video, you can hear him frantically screaming before it ends. The description video on this titled Bad Trip shows somebody in a car driving at night. During the latter half of this upload, it becomes clear that this is Car Guy stalking a new victim.
Fuck! Fuck! Hey, calm down! No, fuck! 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 Please move! Fucking move! Fuck off! Your face! What? You think you're brave? Fuck off! You think you're cool? No, if I ever see you fucking follow, it looks like. I don't know what it looks like, is it? If I ever see you fucking following my sister again, I swear to Christ! This isn't what it looks like! This isn't what it looks like!
So what I'm thinking is that this was a failed attempt at capturing someone related to Jordan in some way, nearly leading to this stalker being caught and beaten up by this group of guys. Notice how this one has a double description video. We'll get to that in a second. In a fit of rage, I believe Car Guy went back to Jordan in this video here, which conveniently is an out of order description video from the upload prior to the one where Jordan made the phone call. In this, we can see Car Guy enter the shed with the shotgun before pulling the trigger. Now, back to the double description video I just mentioned. We can see the camera filming what looks like someone being bailed out of a hospital. What the hell is this? Going over to Kate's channel, we can get our answer. In an upload titled A Friendly Conversation, we can see a first-person perspective of either Car Guy or one of his peers sitting down in front of someone on a subway. Now, I can't show it here, but afterwards, he gets up and stabs this person before jumping off of the subway quickly. In another upload on this channel called I Like It When They Crawl, we can see someone limping around. This is what I'm considering the direct sequel to the previous video on this channel. However, I'm not quite sure who this guy is or why he was targeted. The only correlation I can make here is that he was probably one of the guys in the car that tried to jump Car Guy back in Bad Drip when he was trying to stalk them. Alright guys, as if this video couldn't get any more complicated. So I'm literally sitting here editing this video, right? And I'm going back and watching it through because I just finished editing completely. Now, when watching it back, I noticed something. This isn't some random guy being targeted. This is Ash's brother, way back from that Ferris Ain't Got Nothing on Ash video that I mentioned prior. I just wanted to jump in here real quick and clarify that. Anyway, jumping back to AshVlogs, in the second to last video titled Face Reveal, we can hear a 911 call about a guy who's bleeding pretty badly. Ironically, in this one, whoever is filming is still on the subway, so either Car Guy or one of his friends jumped onto another subway and tapped into the phone call, or this is a recording. Like I said, a lot of what's going on here is unclear and all out of order, so it was really hard to make logical sense out of where the hell this series decided to head. Holy shit. And that, my friends, is where the mainline saga draws to a close. Wait! I'm missing something, aren't I? So, conveniently right after I finished recording and editing my audio about this channel, they go right on ahead and decide to upload yet another set of videos. Perfect timing. Alright, so let's take a look at these before we wrap this up. So, from the top here, new upload titled, You Are Not Afraid to Die, shows a man seemingly being held hostage inside of a room with a very, very dirty sink. He's being monitored, which is evident by the time lapses that occurred throughout the video. One big question that arose with me with this upload was the identity of this man. I did a side-by-side of this guy with Jordan from the Uber video, and it didn't seem to match up. Potentially, this could be one of the guys who almost jumped Car Guy back in Bad Drip. Other than that, unfortunately, we don't have much to go off of. Here, we have double description videos once again. One uploaded to YouTube and one uploaded to Vimeo. The Vimeo video takes us to a camera shot inside of a shed, with the cult logo painted on the back wall. Two men then enter the shot with a body bag and proceed to pour gasoline all over it as a girl, very, very reminiscent of how Ash sounds, is screaming for dear life. At the end, and I can't show it here, the two men set the body bag on fire, leaving us to assume that potentially, at this point, Ash could be dead. This is yet another instance of double description videos taking place. Following this link will take us to the video titled, He's Waiting For You in the Dirt. Conveniently, this is the YouTube link that was in the main channel upload, You Are Not Afraid to Die, so don't worry, we aren't going down an endless rabbit hole of description vids. Anyway, in this one, we can see one of the cult members drive out to the woods and bury a plastic bag of something. What that something is exactly is unclear. It could be a wallet, or a hard drive, or even body parts, who knows? It's just really hard to make it out with the shot that we're given. The link here takes us to their Instagram, and like I said before, this ARG has many different mediums to explore over various different social media accounts, this being one of them. Now, I want to pivot back to that burning video from Vimeo. You see, a lot of things have remained unclear when pressing through the series. Ash mentions Car Guy as one singular person, however way back at the beginning of this video when I walked you through the Raka Raka situation, we saw multiple people walk away from the tent, not just one. And in that burning video, there were two guys involved in this. This leads me to believe that the penultimate video and the one prior on the main channel, and hell, even some of those description videos are probably viewpoints from other members of the cult. Car Guy is not one single person, but a group of people that have set out to capture, torment and kill various members of their community. And they're thriving off of it. This leaves one strikingly obvious question to remain. Was that Ash being burned? Is she free? Is she in captivity? Hell, is she working with the cult? So many questions remain for me. So, this video would be 5 hours long if I dove into every single upload on the Kate channel, the I Know Where She Is Reddit account, and the multitude of other social media accounts. It's just not humanly possible for me to do so I apologize. I will go forth and tell you that there is a Snapchat account and multiple Instagrams aside from the one that we were given, so if you're interested in solving puzzles and finding more clues about what the hell is going on here, then definitely go check them out. Apparently they update their stuff quite frequently. Anyway guys, my head's about to explode, so I'm going to wrap up the saga of AshVlogs here. Like I said, this is an ARG, and my god, it's a damn good one. The multiple channels, various mediums to decrypt, and the multi-layered experience that devolves from an innocent vlog channel to this murderous mess is an absolute gem in immersive media, and I highly recommend that you go over to the channel and do some exploring yourself. I'll definitely have my eye on AshVlogs this year, and if any more major plot points arise, then I'll do my best to whip up an update video for you all. But until then, I'd like to thank you for joining me in this exploration down the AshVlogs rabbit hole. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this as much as I did while making it. Anyway, to close, I'll see you in the next one. I love you all, and good night.